Hello, my name is Dr. Darnell, and welcome to this video about Management Foundation, Introduction. At the end of this session, you will be able to define management, characterize the importance of management to contemporary organizations and society, describe the nature and scope of management, and discuss the science and art of management. Many different definitions of management exist. For this video, we'll use an organization resource-based definition. An organization is defined as a group of people working together in a structured and coordinated fashion to achieve a set of goals. Resources is defined broadly to include human, physical, financial, and information resources. Therefore, we can define management as management is the process of planning, decision-making, organizing, leading, and controlling human, financial, physical, and information resources with the aim of achieving organizational goals in an efficient and effective manner. Where efficient means using resources wisely without unnecessary waste, and effective means doing the right things successfully. Management is important to all organizations, for-profit and not-for-profit, and government. The success of an organization can be traced back to the way it's managed. Whether small to medium size or large organization, management is too crucial to be overlooked. Management helps in achieving organizational goals. Management directs the efforts of all individuals in the common direction of achieving these goals. Management improves efficiency. Managers try to reduce the costs and improve productivity with minimum waste of resources. Management insists on efficiency and effectiveness in the work through planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Management creates a dynamic organization. Organizations have to survive in a dynamic environment, so managers keep making changes in the organization to match environmental changes. Employees in the organization are generally resistant to change. Efficient management motivates employees to adapt changes willingly by convincing them that the change is not only beneficial to the organization, but improves the employees' work in the competitive marketplace. Management helps in achieving personal objectives. An efficient manager is one who brings maximum prosperity for an employer as well as employees. Managers lead people in such a manner that along with organizational goals, individual goals of employees is also achieved. An organizational goal and individual goals are in one direction only. Individuals want to earn more and the organization wants maximum production. So employees generally earn more by producing more, and this fulfills the objectives of both groups. Organizational goals and individuals' goals are aligned when this happens. Management helps in the development of society. Efficient management always has multiple objectives. Management gives due importance to social obligations towards different groups of people such as employees, customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders. Quality goods produced by organization helps in creating competitive salaries, increased employment, and opportunity in society. By increasing production, management also contributes to increasing the gross domestic product, or GDP, of a nation. Management brings harmony in work. In organizations, employees come from many different backgrounds. They have different attitudes, different styles of working, and if everyone starts following his own style, it can lead to chaos and confusion. By giving direction and leadership, managers bring uniformity, harmony in the action of employees. The nature of management is to motivate and coordinate others to cope with diverse and far-reaching challenges. Management acts as a guide to a group of people working within the organization by coordinating their efforts towards the attainment of this common objective. This is possible only when there's proper direction, coordination, and integration of the processes and activities necessary to achieve desired results. Managers used to exercise tight control over employees, but today, managers are doing more with less, fully engaging employees, viewing change as natural, and inspiring people to create a collaborative and productive workplace. The nature of management can be described with the following characteristics. Management is universal. All organizations, whether profit-making or not, require management for managing their activities. Hence, it's universal in nature. Management is goal-oriented. Every organization is set up with a predetermined objective, and management helps in achieving these goals in a timely and effective fashion. Management is a continuous process. It's an ongoing process which tends to persist as long as the organization exists. It's required in every sphere of the organization, whether it's production, human resources, finance, or marketing. Management is multidisciplinary. Management is not confined to the administration of people only, but it also helps manage work, processes, and operations, which makes it a multidisciplinary activity. Management is a group activity. An organization consists of various members who have different needs, expectations, and belief. Every person joins an organization with a different motive, but after becoming part of the organization, they work for achieving the same goal. It requires supervision, teamwork, coordination, and in this way, management comes into the picture. Management is a dynamic function. An organization exists in a business environment that has various factors like social, political, legal, technological, and economic. A slight change in any of these factors will affect the organization's growth and performance. So to overcome these changes, management formulates strategies to implement them. Management is an intangible force. Management can either be seen nor touched, but one can feel its existence in the way an organization functions. Precisely all the functions, activities, and processes of an organization are interconnected to one another. It is the task of management to bring them together in such a way that they help in achieving the intended result. Is management a science or an art? Management is a science because of several reasons, such as it has universally accepted principles, it has cause and effect relationships, etc. However, at the same time, management is an art because it requires perfection through practice, practical knowledge, creativity, personal skills, and etc. Over the years, thanks to the contribution of many thinkers and practitioners, management, with its own principles, has emerged as a systematic body of knowledge. Management as a science? Science is a systematic body of knowledge pertaining to a specific field of study that contains general facts which explains a phenomenon. It establishes a cause and effect relationship between two or more variables and underlines the principles of their relationship. These principles are developed through scientific method of observation and verification through testing. Management is a science. Science is characterized by the following main features. Universally accepted principles. Scientific principles represent basic truth about a particular field of inquiry. These principles may be applied in all situations, at all time, at all places. For example, the law of gravity or the speed of light. Management also contains some fundamental principles which can be applied universally. These principles are applicable to all types of organizations, business or non-business. Second is experimentation and observation. Scientific principles are derived through scientific investigation and research. They're based on logic. We've known for some time that the Earth rotates around the sun. This has been scientifically proved. Management principles are also based on scientific inquiry and observation, and not only on the opinion of experts. These principles have been developed through experiments and practical experiences of a large number of managers. For example, it is observed that a fair wage to personnel helps in creating a satisfied workforce. The third main feature is cause and effect relationship. Principles of science lay down cause and effect relationship between variables. For example, when metals are heated, they expand. The cause is heating, the result is expansion. The same is true for management. Therefore, it also establishes cause and effect relationships. For example, the lack of balance or parity between authority and responsibility may lead to ineffectiveness. If you know the cause is lack of balance, the effect may be ascertained as ineffectiveness. The fourth main feature is test of validity and predictability. Validity in scientific principles can be tested at any time or any number of times. Each time, the test should give the same result. Moreover, future events can be predicted with reasonable accuracy by using scientific principles. For example, combining hydrogen and oxygen should always result in water. The principles of management can also be tested for validity. For example, the unity of command can be tested by comparing two persons, one having a single manager and the second having two managers. The performance of the first person may be better than that of the second person, and we could test that over and over and get similar results. It cannot be denied that management has a systematic body of knowledge, but it is not as exact as that of other physical sciences, like biology, physics, and chemistry. The main reason for the inexactness of management science is that it deals with human beings and is very difficult to predict their behavior accordingly. Since it is a social process, management falls in the area of social sciences. Management is a flexible science in that it is why its theories and principles may produce different results at different times, and therefore it's considered a behavioral science. Management as an art. Art implies application of knowledge, skill, and creativity to achieving desired results. An art may be defined as personalized application of general theoretical principles for achieving best possible results. Art is characterized by the following main features. First, there's practical knowledge. Every area of art requires practical knowledge. Therefore, learning theory is not sufficient. It is very important to know practical application of theoretical principles. For example, to become a good painter, the painter needs to know not only about different types of colors and brushes, but also different designs, dimensions, and situations, and when and how to use them appropriately. A manager can never be successful just by attaining a degree or diploma in management. He must also know how to apply the various principles in real situations by functioning as a manager. Second is personal skill. Although theoretical base may be the same for every artist, each one has his own style and approach towards his jobs. That is why the level of success and quality of performance differs from one person to another. For example, there are several qualified painters, but M.F. Hussein is recognized for his style. Similarly, management is an art and is also personalized. Every manager has his own way of managing things based on his knowledge and experience and personality. That is why some managers are known as good managers and some are known as bad managers. The third main feature of art is creativity. Every artist has an element of creativity. That is why the artist aims at producing something that has never existed before, which requires a combination of intelligence and imagination. Management is also creative in nature, like any other art. It combines human and non-human resources in a useful way to achieve desired results. Another main feature of art is perfection through practice. Every artist becomes more and more proficient through constant practice. Similarly, managers learn through an art of trial and error initially, but application of management principles over the years makes them perfect in the job of managing. Art is goal-oriented. Every art is result-oriented as it seeks to achieve concrete results. In the same manner, management is also directed towards the accomplishment of predetermined goals. Managers use various resources like personnel, money, materials, machinery, and methods to promote growth of an organization. Management as science and art. As noted previously, management can be considered as both a science as well as an art. It is both a science and an art because it combines features of both. It is considered a science because it has an organized body of knowledge which contains a certain universal truth. It's called an art because managing requires certain skills which are personal possessions of managers. A manager, to be successful in their profession, must acquire the knowledge of science and the art of applying the principles to the work. For an example, let's consider the terms management and manager. These terms are actually centuries old. One source says that the word manager originated in 1588 to describe one who manages. The specific use of the word management as a person who oversees a business or public organization is believed to have originated in the early part of the 18th century. However, used in the way we're defining it, in terms of overseeing and directing organizational resources, management and manager are more appropriate to the early 20th century time period. The word management was first popularized by Frederick Winslow Taylor. Taylor is a biggie in the management history, so let's look at his contributions to how management is practiced today. In 1911, Taylor's book, Principles of Scientific Management, took the business world by storm. His ideas spread in the United States and then to other countries and inspired yet others. Why? His theory of scientific management, the use of scientific methods to define the one best way for a job to be done. Taylor was a mechanical engineer in Pennsylvania steel companies. He oversaw workers and was continuously shocked by how inefficient they were. Employees used vastly different techniques to do the job, and often they took it easy on the job. Few, if any, work standards existed. Workers were placed in jobs with little or no concern for matching their abilities and aptitudes with the tasks they were required to do. The result was worker output at only 1/3 of what was possible. Taylor's remedy will apply scientific methods to these manual shop floor type jobs. The result was a phenomenal increase in worker output and efficiency, in the range of 200% or more. Because of his work, Taylor is known as the father of scientific management. So you want to try your hand at some principles of scientific management to be more efficient? Think of a task or choose a task that you do regularly, such as laundry, or maybe cleaning up the house, grocery shopping, studying for exam, cooking dinner. There's all kinds of tasks that you can think of. Think about these in terms of which activities could be combined or eliminated. What is the one best way to do this task? If you could become more efficient, keep in mind that sometimes this isn't easy to do. Changing these habits can be difficult. Management, finding the one best way to do the job. Think about it. How is management practiced today? Are Taylor's views still relevant? Why or why not? Think about these things before we move on to the next module. In this session, we defined management. We described the nature and scope of management. We characterized the importance of management to contemporary organizations and society. And we discussed the science and art of management. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next video.